So guys, Sunday morning, tinkering away with the Motor Guzzi California. The exhausts are off over there, and I'll show you why I've got the exhausts off in a minute. I'm actually changing the gearbox oil, which is separate on the Guzzi from the main engine. It's a separate gearbox with a dry clutch, and also changing the final drive fluid. So I've got the final drive fluid out. You can see the colour, that's pretty black. So obviously not been changed for a while by the look of it. In the process of getting the gearbox oil out now into a bottle, and if you see under there I've cut a hole in the top and we're on the drain sump, and it just rests on the splitter box that goes between the two exhausts. What you need to do on the Guzzi California to change the gearbox oil, there's three access points. There's the fill-in access point, which is at the top there. There's a sight hole, which is there, which you take out once the fluid gets to that level and pours out. You know you're back to the right level. And the sump nut underneath for the gearbox is right underneath this section of the exhaust. So you have to loosen off the front section, the header section, and loosen off all the bolts, take the rear sections off, and swivel that section around in the middle so you had access to the drain plug. So yeah, we'll get it changed over and filled back up, and see how she's running. So guys, all the fluids changed, the final drive, gearbox oil and the engine oil. I've just dropped the engine oil at this point because it's an interim one on the service record. The next one, the sump will come off and I'll change the oil filter. The oil filter on the Guzzi 1100i and a few of the other Motor Guzzis is within the sump itself, so it's in the sump pan. So the sump pan needs to come off, filter changed, new gasket, and the sump pan goes back on. And that's recommended every 10,000 miles, and every interim service in between it's just an oil drop. So I'll probably do an oil drop on this every 5,000 kilometres. It's getting an old bike now, it's 30 years old, so I'll keep on top of it. It doesn't burn any oil, it runs really well. And yeah guys, so there she is, oil change, gearbox change and final drive change.